95.5 WFMS. Morning. It is a Friday.
Morning.
It is Friday.
Like Friday.
Hey, where's the bell? Hold on a minute.
You got to get your bell for the Friday there.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just one little ding for
Okay.
Friday?
There
Yeah,
you
you
go.
got a little bit more
All right.
excitement in the bell
Yeah.
there. It's a cold start, too, as you head out.
What was the deal with, okay, can I tell you this?
Mm-hmm.
I left my hair somewhat damp in the back. I thought I'll just let it air dry. I broke the Jim and Kevin rule, and I had to get fuel on my way in.
Oh.
So when I stopped there, I was only out for 3 minutes. I got inside. My hair was frozen.
Yeah, it's cold out there.
Literally
it's cold.
frozen.
It's cold.
Could not believe it. In the back of it, it was frozen.
Right. Well.
I've defrosted now.
Oh, good. That's good. 19 degrees will freeze your hair, we found out there.
Yeah.
Science experiment done.
Apparently so.
Clear skies, though. 95.5 WFMS. Thanks for waking up in the country. 95.5 WFMS. Friday morning with Jim, Deb, Kevin. Fridays are always great, but to make it even a little bit more special, especially for Deborah.
I don't think she knows this.
No,
No
today
idea what you're talking about.
Today is National Carrot Cake Day.
No, it gets its own day.
It gets its own day.
It's not just National Cake Day.
No, it's
And those who
National
don't know,
Carrot Cake.
this is Deb's all-time favorite cake.
Did you guys make this up?
No, we did not.
Oh my gosh.
No, we did not. And I think if this is your favorite cake, I think you need to go get some carrot cake today.
I'm gonna DoorDash some
You know,
cake.
I double dog dare you.
I'll do it.
I double dog dare you.
I've
trying to
always enjoyed when we have brought some in for Deborah on her birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
Watching her, and she enjoys it for several hours.
You were getting ready to say devour it.
Well, but
Right.
you do it slowly.
Yeah.
You kind of slowly do it.
Well,
and
it's
put
got a
your fork
vegetable
down.
in it, so the guilt's removed
Vegetable in it.
because it's really being slightly healthy.
Well,
carrots
you
are
look-
good.
Don't you have an aunt that makes sure? Is it
Yes, Aunt Lily.
Aunt
Aunt
Lily
Lily.
Yeah,
makes a
it's
carrot cake
really
that Deb
good
says
carrot cake.
Oh,
is
she should take the-
restaurant quality.
It is restaurant quality.
Or
It's several
bakery
layers.
quality.
Mm-hmm.
She should take the day off today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And
but
make
then
you a cake?
No. But I do have a favorite cake, and it's because of you, Jimmy.
What's that?
You showed me, and I'm trying to remember the name of the restaurant. I think it's Ocean Prime.
Oh,
You brought their carrot cake in.
Yeah, I did.
And it's served with a side of drizzle.
mm-hmm. It
Like
does
a
have
little,
a little side drizzle.
Like a little cream cheese drizzle that you
Right.
drizzle over the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and it's several layers.
Pretty good stuff there, yeah. Now, you do like the white wedding cake, too, as well, don't you?
Oh yeah.
But that's not today.
That's not
So
today.
don't get that confused.
She probably has two major holidays.
Right. I don't know if there's a white wedding cake day,
well,
but
let's
there
look that
definitely
up.
is
There
National
is.
National Carrot Cake Day.
Now,
And it has to be raisinless. No raisins,
No
or I
raisins,
would throw.
okay.
I would actually throw it in the trash.
But add
Okay.
the drizzle.
now, if someone listening right now owns a bakery and they've got some carrot cake and they wanted to deliver it to you, you would take that, wouldn't
Well,
you?
you sure asked for a lot.
Oh well, you know what? I might just take the day off work. Yes.
Well, not if they're bringing it here, you
I'd leave.
couldn't.
If they wanted to stop by, I'm not going to turn them away.
95.5 WFMS, Jim, Deb, Kevin on a Friday morning. And I got this news yesterday. It kind of saddened me. A Dayton-based, privately owned company, Mike Sells Potato Chips, is going out of business.
I know.
Your favorite potato chip?
My favorite potato chip, over 100 years old. Not the chip itself, but the company. I love the big bag of the groovy Mike Sells potato chips. It says groovy right on the side because what you do is you make your own French onion dip, with the sour cream and the soup. You mix
Yeah.
it all
Yep.
together, and the chip is just perfect for dipping into that.
The ruffled chip.
Yeah, yes, the groovy,
The
as
groovy,
they call
yeah.
it. Right, it was perfect because it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
The chips were not little; they were big. They're good size. You could get two dips out of one chip if you really wanted to.
Oh wow. Well,
They're gonna-
only if you're the only one using the dip. No, you don't want to.
Right. Well,
Double dip.
there were times that I did make a meal out of it. That and a big Coke.
That and a big Coke. Yeah, Jim texted us about this yesterday.
Yeah. I was-
He seemed quite distraught over it.
Well, it's it's a really good chip. Have you had them, Kevin?
Oh, I love
Mike
them.
Sells?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually
Yeah.
wrote, these were my favorite chips. They've been my favorite since 1981. What is this world coming to?
I know it. I know when you lose your Mike Sells chips. But I have noticed that some of the stores I've gone to in the last year or two, I don't see them on the shelf as much. So maybe people are either aren't buying them or.
About 112 years, it says, it's been in business.
Wow.
And now, would you go out and buy a bunch of them and kind of save them and savor them like you do with wine? You have a fine bottle of wine. Hey,
Right.
special day. Let's pop open a bag of Mike Sells chips from
I might just do
2023.
Well,
I
Jim's
might
so
do that.
sentimental. I could see him doing that, but I don't know how long these chips would last if you did. I mean,
yes,
if you don't
they're-
open the bag.
Right. It's in a foil bag. It should be okay. Maybe I'll get a sack of them, make my dip, and bring it in on Monday in honor of Mike Sells. What do you think?
You would share that with us?
Yes, I would.
I think that'd be a nice gesture.
I know what you're talking about. You get the sour cream, you get the French onion soup mix.
Yeah.
You make your own.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to let it sit in the fridge for a little bit there so the It
there's a
kinda
process
blends
to it.
together there.
It's like
And then-
aging your wine.
Yeah, and then you go right at it, open that thing right out of the bag, baby. Mike sells. So, yeah, sorry to see that. 95.5 WFMS. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's a Friday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
We all love to save money when we can.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why spend extra money
Certainly
when you don't have
you are
to?
the expert at it, without a doubt.
Yeah, I am. But there are experts that have spent the time and looked at all the hacks that are out there on ways to save money, and they listed two that they said don't even bother trying to do.
All right.
Top of the list. Number one, they said no matter how much money you may be saving, it's just not worth buying cheap toilet paper.
Yes, sir.
I agree with that.
Said that it's not worth it, not at all.
Wholeheartedly.
The number two thing these experts said that you shouldn't waste your money on, and that is, or time, is trying to reuse Ziploc bags.
Yeah, I can
Just
see
not
that.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
and
not that expensive.
it's exactly what they said. Not that expensive. So just now, it did go on to say that making your own soap. I didn't know people did that.
Oh, yeah. all the
But they
time.
said it's not worth it. And then they also went back into the paper goods. They said buying cheap paper towels is not
Well,
worth it either.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I ran out of laundry detergent the other day, and I Googled what can you use in place of it. And you know what it said? Dawn dishwashing liquid.
Really?
But you use less.
I was going to say, look
And
at all the
and
bubbles.
so I did it because I already had the laundry put in there, and I did, and it's great. I don't know if I'll do it all the time, but
Right.
for an emergency.
well,
You know.
they're saying it's a waste of time and a waste of money.
Wow.
But number one on the list, cheap toilet paper. And we will turn now to our toilet paper connoisseur, Jim Denny.
It's
Do
our
you agree, Jim?
connoisseur.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, it's got to be the right amount of ply.
I mean, it's the
You
wrong
know.
area of your body for chafing.
You don't want to be cheap there.
No.
No.
Don't want to
You
be
You
want-
splurge on that, but then you get store brand cereal.
There you go.
I
that
adjust
works
that way.
fine there,
Find
too.
savings elsewhere, not when it comes to
Not when it comes to your
your
backside.
TP.
And
Okay.
ours here at the station is not what I would call the highest quality.
Well, and that is why
It's
for
more
years
business quality.
you've done this for years, Jim. I guess it's okay to talk about this.
Sure,
Yes.
I bring my own.
Jim brings his own
Yeah.
toilet paper from home. Now you're generous; you will leave it out for other people to use. But for the most part, every day he goes, puts it away in
Where
his
do you
drawer,
get it?
and
Well,
he
you
has
know,
a file
Kroger's got
cabinet.
No, you keep it in your desk drawer.
Oh, yeah,
file
yeah.
Do you
cabinet.
go there first before you go to the restroom?
Yeah.
And then he leaves it out there during the day. And then when he's going to leave, he takes it back out of the men's restroom and puts it back.
I can
If you
spare a
leave it
square.
Which
in
is
there,
really awkward. Like we got a brand new market manager, and she's walking through the building, and there's Jim with a roll of toilet paper in his hand.
That's
it looks a
weird.
little weird.
And what if other people are using your brand in the bathroom?
I can spare a square.
He's fine with
Oh,
that.
my
Just,
God.
He's
I'll
very
share.
he shares.
so there's BYOB and there's BYOTP.
Well,
You need a carrying case, though. You don't.
I
even
got a
walk in-
holster.
Oh, you
Kind of
you don't want
little handle situated on the side,
Maybe I could make you a little box,
Oh, yeah?
like a little lunch
Yeah,
box
I like that.
would be a toilet paper holder.
Or carry it
See?
in like a empty tissue box or something.
Right?
it's
So it
not
just kind of
obvious.
rolls right on out of there, huh? I like that.
He
Yeah.
didn't care.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. It is a Friday morning. That means it's time to gather around the radio and let's kick off the weekend with the Friday song.
Let's do it.
Everybody ready?
Let's do it.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, does Kevin have a new truck? 'Cause the old one was a dingy gray.
Yep.
He said, no, it's the same truck. He finally washed it yesterday.
Clean now.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, Deb ripped her coat. A big old hole right there. Well, now she's leaving a trail of down stuffing everywhere.
It's all over the place.
Big trail.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, I'm starting to get anxious. I'm afraid I just might freak. 'Cause what am I gonna do? There's no football on this week.
No, none.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Give me some Friday. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, a Friday, almost into the weekend. Well, let's get you started a little earlier with Kevin's bad joke worth repeating.
After 65 years of marriage, my grandpa still calls my grandma honey, sweetie, baby, and sugar.
Aw.
And I think it's cute that he still calls her a pet name after all these years. Grandpa says the truth is, I forgot her name 10 years ago, and I just call her that anyway.
Nice.
That's good. It's
Hey,
like-
sweetie.
Yeah, Nick.
He's actually afraid to ask her now.
Right. Oh, look at you, sweetheart.
Yeah. Come over here, you little cutie.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News Now, and Dolly says it was not her.
Yeah, she wants to clarify, and we'll get to that in about 30 seconds. Miranda Lambert's husband, Brendan, wanted to lighten your day the other day.
Okay.
No, he did not post a picture of him shirtless. He posted a video of himself slipping on some icy steps.
Oh.
Now, it's scary looking when you watch the video, and we can't play it because he kind of says a few cuss words. But he's okay. He kind of sort of lands on his backside. He said, hey, it's funny, laugh at me, that's okay. When you first look at it, you think, man, he could have really hurt himself. But at least he's not
You
too
can laugh
afraid.
once you find out.
Once
that
you find
you're
out,
okay.
he's actually posted it so you could laugh at him. Shania Twain and her producer / ex-husband Mutt Lange were massively successful when they were together.
It's true. Yeah.
Someone asked her recently if she'd ever consider working with him again, and she said yes.
What?
But then she followed it up by saying, but I doubt if he will want to work with me.
Oh.
She said she's actually, because if you remember, he had an affair.
Yeah.
And then she ended up with the mistress's ex-husband.
Right.
So they kind of swapped.
Yeah.
But she says just recently she's forgiven him.
Yeah.
And she's moved through it.
She's willing to work with him
That's-
again, but she
that's
doesn't think he
interesting.
will.
Yeah.
And online scammers are doing it again. Now, 3 different country stars have had to speak up about people impersonating them online. Trace Adkins, I wouldn't want to make him mad.
No.
Yeah.
Trace Adkins, Hank Jr., and now Dolly Parton. She just recently came out and clarified that she is not trying to sell CBD gummies online. That is not her
Really?
endorsing those.
no.
So, yeah, that's the problem. They steal their image or their likeness, and they put them on
Right.
ads, and they have nothing to do with those products. So the latest are now Trace Adkins, Hank Jr., and Dolly. That's your Nash News Now.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. You're with Jim, Deb, and Kevin, the folks at World Population Review. And put out their 10 friendliest states in the United States.
Yes.
And Indiana's done pretty well, 6.
Okay, we're in the top 10.
Yeah, you got Minnesota at number 1,
Okay.
Tennessee, South Carolina, Texas, Wyoming, and Indiana. And what did they say about Indiana?
Well, they say Indiana residents pride themselves on Hoosier hospitality. The state is known for both its hospitality and its good sense of humor. Despite its label as a flyover state, it says the people make it worth visiting.
Visiting. Yeah.
So there you go.
I like that.
So fly over and stop by sometime.
Well, sure.
Or land here and then fly over.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm trying. Well,
You
the
don't
slogan
stop
doesn't work.
there.
Well,
does
which
it?
is it?
Rounding out the top 10 was Colorado, then Kansas, Oklahoma, and Hawaii.
Let me be honest with you. I think we're friendlier than Tennessee.
We're in Tennessee. That's number 2 on the list. We're there a lot. And,
Yeah, I mean, they're nice people, but
Yeah.
I think they're just as nice here. Especially when you, a lot of folks that come to town. We have a lot that come in May for the Indianapolis 500, and everyone's when they leave,
Basketball
says, everybody-
tournaments.
Yeah, it says, we felt
And
so
people, you know what
welcome.
they say? They say that when the fans are here, they say, you people in Indiana are so kind.
Yeah.
You don't get that everywhere else.
That's right. So I'm proud of number 6, but I think we can do better.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're
You
right.
talk that way.
Interesting to note the states that weren't on the list. We're not going to name them by name,
Hey,
But-
kill the music. It's driving me nuts.
but there's some states that to either side of us
yeah.
that are not on the list.
But I'm not going to
Oh.
mention. I'm not going to say
there's
names.
there's a state directly below us.
Oh, yeah.
That's not on the list.
Not on the list.
any-
There's
Anywhere
a
on the
state
list.
directly above us.
That's
That's not on the list.
list.
Just pointing out that,
Right.
I wouldn't want to mention them by name because I want to
Right.
embarrass
So on a
them and all.
graph, we'll be sitting there all by ourselves.
Kevin's all proud of it.
But you know what? Mm-hmm. We can do
better.
We can.